Hello and welcome to Duane Prince DMSR. I'm going to make this as brief as possible. I made a big mistake in recording the video. Thought I was recording during most of the talk/interview, but obviously I accidentally hit the stop button somewhere and didn't record nearly as much as I thought. Should have recorded a minimum of 30 minutes, but I failed. Oh well, 15 minutes is better than nothing. I hope you enjoy. Here are some key notes that I did not record, but Jesse mentioned some of these notes during his talk. He said how Prince loved the song Crazay. One night he called him from a Los Angeles club. Prince was in a Los Angeles club and said how much he loved it. I guess they were playing it in the club. He said how Prince sounded like he had a little too much to drink. He also mentioned that, and this was new to me, that Prince and Sly Stone did not get along. They were not friends, and he never understood what happened between them, but for some reason they did not click. Who knows, maybe Jesse does know the reason, but he just didn't want to say. But that was news to me that Prince and Sly Stone butted heads and were not friends. Jesse also intimated that he had a love-dislike relationship with Prince. Some might say love-hate. I'll just say love-dislike. And the first big friction between them was over his Shockadelica album, Jesse's Shockadelica album. To Jesse, he said how he wanted Shockadelica to be different from most albums people had released up until that point. If you notice on the Shockadelica album, there is no title and no written words. It is just his photo. The goal to Jesse was to have the album artwork be just that, artwork and art, and stand alone as art. I add in parentheses that you can put on the wall and throw darts at if you want. He added jokingly, ha ha ha. That anyway, he said that he purposely did not put in title or any wording on the album because he wanted it to be art on its own. He mentioned how every album has a song that matches the album title. He didn't want that. He wanted the title of Shockadelica to stand on its own. Prince gave him the song Shockadelica that Prince wrote to put on that album, but Jesse turned it down, said he didn't want a title song and was offended Prince wanted him to include it. Even though Prince really pushed for him to include the song, Jesse refused. The following is paraphrased, but Prince said, if you don't want it, I'll release it myself. Jesse said, fine, do what you want. I don't care. Again, paraphrased. That's how the song ended up being released by Prince and on his If I Was Your Girlfriend single. Connected but separately, you could tell that he loved Prince, but they did clash at times, and he did make it clear that no one knew what they were doing back then, except Prince. They didn't know that what they were doing would be so long-lasting. They didn't know that they were making history that would last all these years. They were just doing what they loved. In the beginning of the video that I recorded, he is talking about how his Bare My Naked Soul album was almost released on Death Row Records by Suge Knight and Dr. Dre, but Dr. Dre wanted to add a lot of keyboards and make changes. Jesse refused and ended up releasing it independently.
It's done. And he said, no, we add keyboards and do this. And I kept saying, no, it's done. And so I could have been on Death Row with that record, but I was like, no, and did it myself. It was my first foray into independent records. And I made more. And when he said it was out of print, it's actually not. I only printed 100,000 and I own it. So I only printed 100,000 and I did it through BMG. So it was the most money I ever made on any record. I got records that are gold and platinum. I didn't make that kind of money on. So after that, when labels tried to sign me, I'm like, no, I'm good. No, because that shit's some slave shit over there. No, I'm good, fucking good with that. No.
Is that something you're gonna release so we can get it?
Oh, Bare My Naked Soul? Yeah. It's gonna be the 3-record thing that's coming out. It's gonna be an add-on. It's gonna be remastered and probably recovered. I've never had a cover with a naked lady on. I want a naked lady on my shit. Like, who's that lady? I don't care if she's naked. That's all I want. That's misogynist. No, it ain't. She's fine. She looks good as hell. So I just want one cover with a naked lady on. No, it's gonna get remastered and it's gonna be an add-on. I know that record would be one, and then there's a bunch of like outtakes and demos and stuff that I'm literally almost give away for free. But the campaign for the record is what's gonna be beautiful. I mean, my family over there, Miss Zena and Sue Ann, they're mad at me because I'm giving away everything. I'm giving away all my gold records, platinum records, everything, Grammys, every award, because I never put them up. They don't mean anything to me. I know what I've done. I don't need to look at that every day. And so she's like, no, don't get it. And the kids, moms, like, oh, no, don't get it. I'm like, my kids would rather have bread, believe me. They're girls. Know where that shit is. But so I'm giving all that away, and how it's gonna work, it's like dope guitars and things like that, and like your buyer number, blah, 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 you'll get this, and so I've done this thing that everybody thought was crazy, but I actually learned it from Prince. I went in, he took me in a room in the back of one of the bedrooms in his house, and he opened up the closet and he goes, look at this. I didn't know what I was looking at, but it was like he had everything. It's like he knew he was gonna be famous. He had every shoe, every jacket, everything he wore on the cover. This was hanging right there in this closet, because it was platforms that must have been from the first album, and I didn't know what I was looking for. I was like, cool. Then when I figured it out, then when I went with the time, I have everything. I was pulling nameplates off of doors, shit, said the time on it or something, anything. I have everything, and so I'm giving all that away.
Wow.
When you buy the record, I'm just gonna get people's address, and they don't know what they're getting. They might get time cassettes unopened, may not even play. You're getting all kind of shit. I just got bins and bins of over the years. When I went on my own, your tour booklets, I would take my tour booklets, and I would write, the crowd was cool tonight, crowd wasn't that cool, and all that. It's got my handwriting in it, and I'm giving all that away.
Wow, cool.
Okay, we got time for 2 more questions. You, sir.
You mentioned the compilation album is coming out, so that is official. You're okay with that?
What compilation?
I saw an ad on Facebook yesterday for Cherry Red in the UK taking orders for your first 3 A&M records as a compilation.
I know nothing about
So
that.
that's why I was asking.
And that's weird.
You don't want to buy it if you don't want it to.
No, it's okay. I hope they do. I hope they sell 5 million copies of them motherfuckers. I ain't selling until that shit's over. I might even be promoting that shit. What the fuck is going on? I didn't have, never know. But what it is, I've been so fortunate, like this 22, I think it is, 2022, all my copyrights, masters, publishing, everything came back to me. So they can do whatever they want to. Oh, they sell 5 trillion. So they don't have to give it to me.
That's what's up.
But yeah, all this year, all my masters came. And it's masters and publishing and all that shit from songwriting. Everybody knows that, but what record people don't know about is the copyrights. The copyrights, it's a lion's share, and no label's ever mentioned that to recording artists. Book publishers, novelists, book writers know about copyright. That's why the guy that wrote The Greatest Salesman, he's still making tons off of that one book because it was printed in every language on earth. And so artists don't know about that. So somebody needs to start doing seminars with artists about owning your copyright from the gate, because you don't own it, and you don't own it, and you don't know you own it until these things come up. And luckily, I think I filed in, you gotta file like 2.5 years. It's like getting a divorce anonymously. You gotta file like 2.5 years in advance, and then the companies, it's really kind of fucked up. The companies will put an ad in the paper. I don't get a paper, but they'll put an ad in the paper. It runs for 7 days. If you don't respond to that, they get that shit for another like 60 years or something. Wow. So luckily I have, had really good attorneys, and I filed in 2017, and then so you go fast forward to 2021, 2022, and everything started coming back. And now with all the legislation that was passed, I think in 2014, you don't have to wait 27 years anymore.
Good.
Because I'm telling you, Prince and Michael, shit. That's just where they was holding a lot of serious. I mean, imagine Prince owned the copyright, the master to Purple Rain.
Wow.
And every other record that before that. Yeah. I mean, it's serious. I'm like serious money. Serious. Even crazy as he is and all that with his you know, R. Kelly, independent publisher. He owns everything he ever did. The whole lock, stock, and barrel. It's like two of the biggest publishers in the world. Independent publishers, that is. Him and Diane Warren. So that's what I do now. I publish, but I own all that shit.
Good.
So if it does what it does, be surprised. If you own it, you don't have to do big giant numbers and you'll be more than fine. You'll be living in hookers and cocaine if that's your thing. You're living a life. I wish that was my thing.
All right, just last question right here.
How you doing, Mr. Johnson? Just a non-musical question. I got to meet Donnie Simpson maybe 3-4 years ago. He was at a restaurant.
Sweetheart.
Yes, and we were talking a little bit, and a food fight happened to break out at the restaurant. And
A food fight?
Yes, and he started laughing, right? I'm like, okay, it's funny or whatnot, but then he told me a story. He didn't go into detail. A story about a food fight, I guess you had with the Prince's band, and it was like the most hilarious story I guess he had heard. So that's something, and I went to Google to try to find that, but I didn't see it. So can you speak on that just a smidgen?
There's this thing when you, it's like the first tour, we knew nothing. I mean, when I say we knew nothing, we knew nothing. So the first tour, first time album, Prince was a controversy album. So it was the first tour we'd been on. You know, we didn't know shit. He was stomping our ass every night. He was stomping the shit out of us. Because we didn't know anything. We didn't know shit. So second tour, our manager at the time, Jamie Shute, walked in with the swatches for material on a Sunday. The time had to rehearse like 7 days a week. It was ridiculous, but I don't know why. I guess so we could be doing shit else. So we rehearsed. It was in Eden Prairie. Anyway, Jamie walks in with swatches for the new material. And there was when the time when we would go on, Prince would cut, he wouldn't use all the lights. We'd have like hardly no lights. And I was really stupid. I was wearing black, so I was really disappearing. So I said, okay. So she walks in with the swatches, and so everybody thinks when I wear fuchsia, they think that was a planned thing, and no, it wasn't nothing like that. It was, she walked in with all these swatches of material, and there was a shark skin. You know how shark skin changes colors when you do that? So it was a shark skin fuchsia swatch, and I said, man, Prince, you should wear this. And he said, I'm not wearing that. People already say enough stuff about me. And when he said that to me, and I took on the Miss Bernardo with it, I was like, fuck that, I'll wear it. I was like, I'll wear it, and that's how it was that simple. And so it worked, but it wasn't planned. So it worked because I would come on stage in the dark. You'd be like, hey, Joe Lewis, arena 30,000 people, and you walk on stage in the dark, and people go, Jazzy. And you're like, damn, they can see me. I'm gonna be seeing shit. But because we learned what we learned getting our ass kicked, that we kicked the shit out of him the second tour. And if anybody say we didn't, y'all didn't see that tour. Because we were double shifting it. Like we were behind a curtain for Vanity 6.
I was there.
Killing that shit. Bam, 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 but with beards and shit on, crazy shit. Bam, 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 bam. Because, it was in big places and people would come around the stage, they could see us. So we were, then we'd run off stage with the time, have 11 minutes to get hair, makeup, clothes, and be right back there, ready to go. So we were kind of, and for most of the tour, for a good, almost half of the tour, we wasn't getting paid for it. So we were angry. So when y'all see us on stage and we were really like, we was angry because we were killing it. We was taking it out on the music. But yeah, it was really like that. It was really like that. So at the end of the tour, because Prince was like, he would do things to you, but you can do them to back. So after the second tour, it's like, fuck that. So he used to do this thing in the song. It was, I think it was less work. And he would, he'd reach into his trench coat pocket and pull out these little dainty underwear and things like that and throw them. Man, we stopped in Denver and I was walking, I would go out. I would run up and down the hallways just to stay in shape or whatever. So Denver, I said, I'm going to go outside because people say you can't breathe here. But I went outside and was looking around downtown Denver, and I saw like the shop that had a pair of underwear that was like at least this big. And I was like, I mean, we're talking, I don't know who this shit was for, but I was like, I want those. And so I bought them, and I was waiting for the right opportunity. And so it was the last day of tour, and it was us. It was the time, the time Zap, I think, was on. No, yes, so it had to be the Controversy tour, because it wasn't a Vanity 6 yet, so it was Zap. It was the time Zap Prince. So I put that shit in his pocket, and we're all on the side of the stage. And I'm telling you, I'm sitting on the side of this, we're standing on this side of the stage. This is the audience, the audience, and there's this side. We're on this side, just waiting. He goes, I got my ass on you. He pulled that shit, he was like, and then he hung up, he did like this. I'm telling you, he was mad as fuck. He was like, gave us that Stanley Kubrick look. He was really hot, and everybody was like scared. I was laughing my ass off. I was crying because it was you know when the magician pulls the star. I swear to God, I wish there was camera phones back, but I'm really glad there wasn't because at the time we were a bunch of fools. So he would. Really, we used to go out in the crowd and beat up fans and shit after the show that threw shit. We were no joke. So he pulled that shit. He's like, oh, I got my. And he almost stopped singing. And he held the shit up. I was dying. So after that, we were like, no, we getting these motherfuckers, so fuck that. So we took green garbage bags, put a hole in them, we put arms in them. We had that shit all like the military. We had those juice, and back then when people had the curls, we had the juice bags on their head, and just tons of eggs. And we're waiting, and so we went to chase him, and he actually got in trouble because there was I forget how high the stage was. It was a big, like a Coliseum type place. So the stage was really high, like 10, 20 feet almost in the air. And he was running, and Zap had this massive, massive set of drums that was on a rolling platform thing where they would roll it out and then roll it back. And he was running and hit those drums, and they went right over the cliff. Oh. Boom! I was like, yeah, we didn't touch that shit. That was him talking. And so we were like, he was running so hard anyway. Then he had that dude. He had my man, Big Chick. So Big Chick, I was by myself, and so Big Chick grabbed me from behind. So Big Chick grabbed me like that, lifted me into the dressing room, and they handcuffed me to this coat rack. And they're like, yeah, and they're like throwing shit at me, and I'm like, I'm gonna kill you, motherfuckers when I get out. And it was a coat rack, and we play the places where like the sports teams play. So I'm like moving this thing, and I'm getting madder and madder. I yanked that shit down. It was totally. They went like, you ever seen roaches when you hit the lights on? Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't play innocent up in this motherfucker. Everybody ain't from Beverly Hills in this. So and I went after Prince, and Bobby Z ran through the door first, and it was one of those doors that close, and Prince kept looking back, like, just run, don't look back. But he kept looking back, and then the edge of the door, I really thought he hurt himself, but he ran, and the door, wherever the door was like this, he hit the end of that door really hard, like, BAM! But he slid around the door and kept rolling. I was like, okay, I'm good. But then I opened the door, and all the time members are there with garbage bags on. Where they at? And then we attacked the band. We almost killed that band. Only one we didn't fuck with because we didn't get along. We never said two words to him. It was Des Dickerson. Because he didn't say nothing to anybody, and we didn't say nothing to his ass either. But yeah, it was an epic food fight. It was epic. I mean, it was so bad. Terry Lewis we had Matt Fink, and Terry was so close to him. And Terry, somebody's this close to you and you missed them. Terry was so bad. He was throwing, the eggs were breaking in his hand because he was like, and missing, and it was this close. And the eggs were breaking, and he was so mad, he was scraping it off the floor. So yeah, they never fucked with us after that.
All right, you guys, that concludes.
Y'all, a hot mess. Hot mess. Me too. That's close enough. They drunk, but they won't know. They drunk. Second show, I know she going because I taste her drink. They should taste like unleaded gasoline plus rocket fuel. So I know Kim. Kim, can you, how many fingers I have up? 10? She said 10. She said, no, I'm just teasing you, love. She's good. But she did say 10. No, she did. Where's London at? London, come up and do a jump with me. Where you at? Where you at? Hey, stop for a second. Stop for a second. Is this the time that we're supposed to stop? No, I was just going to say, turn this shit off, because we're going to do this shit till the police come. I know why y'all applaud me, I'm going to blame y'all ass. They did.
Turn everything up.
Tell me, girl, why you wanna hurt my soul, Lord? How could you leave me out, standing in the cold, Lord? And I don't understand why you do this shit to me, babe. With all the time, no, it's you that I need. Oh, addiction, all you really need. Addiction, you make my heart beat. Addiction, little girl, you got a lot. Addictions that make you gotta stop. Every time I see you, girl, I don't know what to do, no. You got me so confused, I feel just like a fool, no. It's understand why you do this thing to me, babe. When all the time, no, it's you that I need. Oh, addiction, all you really need. Addiction, you make my heart beat. Addictions, and girl, you got a lot. Addictions, and baby, you gotta stop. Oh,
Everybody put your hands together, come on. Hey, what's that? Oakland, what's that? Ho, Oakland. Come on, y'all can do better. Come on. What's that? Hey, what's that? Hey, what's that? Hey, what's that? When your windows get broken, when you get broken, it's still all your shit right in front of your ass. What's that? Hey, what's that?
Only got small shirts left. He didn't bring that many with him, and we sold everything between last night and earlier today. So only got smalls left.
Tell them to come back and get 10 years.
I am, yeah. Well, we gonna bring them back again.
You can bring some more.
Yeah, we gonna bring them back again. So
Okay.
yeah, he had a really good turnout.
Yeah.